I've been talking about affordability problems for a long time. I'm a single mom of 3 kids. I will be the governor who actually pushes the grocery cart. I don't need any talking points on affordability. I see it in my own life. So I'm very, very focused on what are the biggest building blocks of a family's budget. Those are housing for families with young children or families that need elder care. It's the cost of care, and then making sure that we're tackling some of those everyday costs, cost of insurance, cost of energy, cost of groceries. So there's a lot, particularly on the housing side, that California can do. We are seeing some communities like San Diego, which experienced really rapid increase in rent prices, really tackling this, beginning to build more housing, being innovative about what they're building, and sort of really being all in the solution. Every part of the state needs to be part of building the housing that we're going to need. It's going to look different in different parts of San Diego County, just like it looks different in different parts of California. Our homelessness crisis, which is also on people's minds, is directly related to our lack of housing affordability. Many of the people who experience homelessness, at least initially, are working. And so thinking more about investing in homelessness prevention, rapid rehousing, trying to prevent evictions. This is so much more cost effective as well as more humane than allowing people to struggle and suffer and eventually wind up on the streets. When someone's experiencing chronic homelessness, it is very difficult and very expensive to help them. And I think we've seen local leaders, Mayor Gloria and others, put a lot of effort into that and make some progress. But the prevention side of it is where we can really make a big dent.
So you mentioned that you were happy with some of the things that Gloria has done on homelessness here. Does that include things like the encampment ban, the ban on encampments on streets, some of the policies that some of the homeless advocates say may go a little bit too far, conservatorship, the care court, things like that? What are your thoughts on some of those policies that homeless advocates have kind of pushed back on?
Well, homeless encampments present real challenges, not only for the people living in them in terms of safety and well-being, but also in terms of the surrounding community. These encampments are often in places that are shared use, places where people go for recreation or for business. So I do think every Californian should be sheltered. I think that one of the challenges has been, do we have not just shelter, but the appropriate kind of housing? And so I'm really interested in projects to do interim housing. These are not shelters. These are places where people can go, they can stay consistently, they can store their belongings, they can begin to build the life that they're going to need to be able to transition to permanent housing. And so I think that has been a missing piece, this alternative, these sort of two extremes of overnight shelter with no ability to have any stability, and then the really big and expensive but important push of long-term permanent supportive housing. That interim housing piece I think is really important if we're going to say to people, come off the streets. The question is, to what? Am I going to be able to stay with my family? Am I going to be able to keep my belongings safe? What's going to happen to my pet? We have to be able to answer those questions. There's going to be a handful of people who have mental health or substance use disorders, and they are going to need a higher level of intervention. But I think, again, the goal is to get ahead of the homelessness problem so fewer people are winding up in that chronic homelessness situation in the first place.